Welcome to the official Universal Disney Nuts podcast. If you're passionate about Central Florida theme parks like we are, then you've come to the right place. Now on to the show. Here's your host, Bill Balcerski.
Universal Disney Nuts. I am Bill, your host. Welcome back to the show, everybody. UDN Live. We're back at the Tiki Bar.
The pretty new Tiki Bar.
That's right. We had some painting done. It looks amazing.
It does.
Tanya cannot be with us tonight because she's working.
The little Keebler elf she is.
Which actually really refreshing. So you know what time it is?
Boys are back. The boys are back in town.
Oh, yeah. It's about time.
Yep.
The boys are running the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Girls, try to control yourselves.
Them's and days.
That's right, guys. Don't be jealous. It's game on. So welcome to the podcast, everybody. It's been a challenging couple of weeks. We had a lot of schedule changes. We are now dealing with 3 schedules instead of 2. So that's the reason why Tanya couldn't be with us tonight. But we are working them out, and I think for future podcasts we'll be good to go. But sorry for this being a little late due to those unavoidable schedule changes.
Life happens.
That's a true story. You know, like we do this on our own and as a hobby, you know, like we don't make any money off of this
I'm sitting
podcast.
here in my work shirt. You work tonight.
You know what I mean? Like we do what we
She's
can
at
do.
Work.
You know, it's crazy. But nice warm day in Central Florida today.
Yes, it was moist out.
The parks are busy, but not as busy as they could be. Although you were mentioning something about
Halloween Horror Nights was slamming on Saturday. It actually sold out to where they'd stop selling tickets.
damn, that's insane.
So I'm curious to see if it happens anymore. But then my roommate's daughter went on Friday night, and she hit every single house. She didn't see the shows, and she said she was running with 10 minutes left before the park closed to hit the last house, but they hit every house. So
That's getting after it.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And they didn't have Express.
What?
Yeah.
So
They hit all 10 on Friday, and
what
Saturday
were the
the
waits
park's
for? I thought the waits for these houses were insane.
The night I went on a Wednesday, they were roughly about an hour or so. But again, unlike you who likes to bring down the houses.
I have no recollection of what you're talking about at all,
I bet
sir.
you don't. The only one I
So-
would have cared to really see would have been Beetlejuice. But I don't really care for the houses because because I've done it so many times going all the way
Yeah.
back. It's like, I mean, I was wearing my 2009 Halloween Bill and Ted shirt, and everyone's like, oh my God. So like the scare actors weren't even fazed by me walking past them. They're just like, all right, let the guy go.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
been
this
here
guy.
once. Yeah, he's been here too many times.
There's not much we're gonna do with this one.
The houses bore me. and it used to piss people off that went with me because I'd be like, oh, turn a corner, ooh, scare. Turn a corner, ooh, scare. You know, occasionally maybe one of them might get me, but I went for the decor. I was
You
like,
got to be careful about that because there's some scare actors that take that personally, and then it's game on.
oh, yeah.
So, all fun and games till the lights come on and security comes out. That's all I'm saying. So,
Literally bring down the house.
if you thought now is busy, wait till we get to the holidays, bro.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
I mean, it is going to be crazy.
Cats, dogs, and ferrets living together.
Yeah, and speaking of holidays, I want to thank you and Jen for all of the Facebook love this week. For those of you who don't know, well,
Bill did one of his usuals.
your humble podcast host got suspended on Facebook for 7 days. And Jen and Dave decided to start posting all this Christmas crap on my page.
Anything and everything we could find Christmas sell related.
And there was not
Events.
a damn thing I could do about it.
Which made it even funnier.
Oh my God. I will gut you both later. Let's get on to
Like
it.
a gingerbread cookie at Christmas.
That's right. That's right. Breaking news just coming out. Actually, it happened on Sunday, but this is kind of in everybody's face. Ruthie Thompson, the famous animator for Disney, has passed away at 111. Could you imagine living to 111? My God.
I don't know if I'd want to live to 111 in this world.
Like, at what point would you be like, did God forget me? Like, Is it my time?
I am a Highlander.
My God. We are definitely going to miss her. She has been epic level. I mean, she was 1B to Walt for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
She died on Sunday. She passed peacefully in her sleep. She was at home at the Motion Picture and Television Fund in Woodlands Hills, California. And Disney stated in a statement that they remember her as a legend among animators. So she's survived by 2 nieces and a nephew. Bob Iger came out and said, we will miss her smile and wonderful sense of humor. Her exceptional work and pioneer spirit will forever be an inspiration to us all.
I wonder if she has her name on any of the glass windows or anything.
Oh, she's got to, man. She's worked for Disney.
Maybe in Disneyland,
forever.
But not here. I don't know. Studios, maybe, because of animation.
She's got like 40, 45 years with Disney, and she worked on Snow White, The Rescuers. She retired in 1975. Earned the title of Disney legend, obviously.
Yeah.
At the turn of the millennium. And she has a long, long history with Walt and Roy. Some of her first animated features were, like I said, Snow White, but then Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo.
Wow.
Sleeping Beauty, Mary Poppins, The Aristocrats, Robin Hood.
Those are my 2 favorite right there you just named.
Bro.
Aristocrats and Robin Hood.
That's insane.
I still watch them. I'm almost 50. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. She called it quits, but she's still legend status. And she was famous for having a saying at Disney: have fun, try to do as much as you can for yourself. Remember the good things in life. So there you have it. Miss Thompson, rest in peace. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Absolutely.
You know, it sucks that she passed away, but she lived a very long life.
Yeah.
We can only hope to live to 111. I mean, that's just absolutely phenomenal. So rest in peace, my lady. You certainly deserve it.
Absolutely.
Moving on, Disney Visa card holders. Ladies and gentlemen, Simba and Kona joined the podcast. So it's truly the boys are back.
And rain. That's why the cat ran in here.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Light rain has started to fall here in Central Florida as we're surrounded by electricity.
Exactly. By the pool.
By the pool. But for those Disney Visa card holders, the privileged few, the Star Wars Galactica Star Cruiser pre-sale window has just opened for you.
That's
here it comes.
Light rain.
Yeah, that's starting to come down now. Obviously, you know that the first sailing of the Halcyon is sold out. However, if you are a Disney Visa card member, you could book the next one. So certainly an advantage there. And then obviously that's going to lead to more openings and everybody could start booking normally. So if you guys are willing to spend that kind of money, God bless you. I don't think I am. I mean, what is it, like $6,000?
5, I think, for 2 people.
That's insane, bro.
So that's
Seriously.
not your Christmas gift to the wife?
No, definitely not. Interesting thing has happened recently at the Walt Disney Company. I don't know if you've noticed this or not from an executive level, but
It's the Titanic.
oh my God, bro, have you seen how many executives have left Disney?
Yeah.
I'm talking like in the last couple of weeks.
I haven't looked that close, but I know there's been some names we were discussing.
We have 3 right now, 3 top executives at Disney who have just left. And now Alan Horn just left. Now, I don't know if you remember who Alan Horn is, but this guy is like legend status at Disney, bro. He's the one that helped create the Star Wars. He's the one that helped create Harry Potter. I mean, like, this guy is like super, super, super successful, right? He's one of the most successful studio bosses, and he recently just announced his retirement. And then he joins the exodus of senior leadership that is leaving Disney. He helped create When Harry Met Sally.
You know, I just saw that for the first time about the last 2 years.
Is that right?
I actually own it now, thanks to Michelle. But yeah, I had never. I mean, I know lots of scenes from it, but kind of like you, there's plenty of movies that I've seen scenes but not really watched.
Right.
So I actually watched that one. It was well done.
He also did a ton of other stuff. Like he did the Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
He did the Harry Potter films. Like he did a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Like a boss.
Man, the guy was crazy. So he's stepping down as chief creative officer at Disney Studios
Sure,
Content
he can afford it.
at the end of 2021. Oh yeah, that guy is mega rich. I mean, he's not hurting at all.
If you're looking to adopt someone.
So I think the other two was Steve Guglia and Nancy Utley. Those are the two that
Sounds right, but
have departed. So, yeah, that's crazy, man. There's a lot of executives leaving Disney right now, which is kind of nuts. But, and circling back to the holidays, assholes, Universal Orlando has announced their holidays tradition stuff.
Yep. 1 month away as of tomorrow.
Right. Like, I can wait. Seriously, I could wait.
Well, they already merch out. You can go ahead and get your
please make it stop.
Hogwarts stockings. I've already seen those advertised. But yep, starting on the 11th or the 13th of November through January 2nd.
I think they're also doing something for Thanksgiving, right? Like the Macy's Holiday Parade or something like that.
Yeah, well, it's usually sponsored now by Macy's because in the past, when I was first at Universal, it was the holidays didn't start until right after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
In fact, they had to wait for float stuff to come down.
Yeah, that's why Santa always showed up at the end of the parade saying, okay, it's now Christmas season.
Yep.
Right?
You mean after the holidays.
Oh,
and then in proper order, unlike some people like. And
make it stop, bro. Make it stop. But you're going to touch on that a little bit more when we get to you, right? Okay.
Pretty much, but that's basically what it is. You got a month away before it really starts, so...
And on top of that, the hotels are doing a bunch of different stuff, right? I mean, not to mention the fact that they haven't even talked about the menus that they're going to have.
Oh, yeah. The food's always good. The decorations, usually Royal Pacific has a gingerbread house.
I'm not even going to be able to keep her out of the parks, bro. Seriously.
Hide your wallet.
I mean, it's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. So we'll see.
Maybe she'll be busy making cookies.
I hope so. I hope so. And I think we're going back up home for Christmas this year.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'll be working.
So I think that's what we're going to try to do.
I'll take the money. Let everybody else work.
Yeah.
Or go home.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, number 23 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts, all the way from Florida, Mr. Dave Indy.
Hola, mi amigos. Solamente otra cerveza en el bar Tiki.
Wow, I'm back
So
in
if
Mexico.
Yeah, so if I screwed that up, somebody send me a good Spanish learning program. But in the meantime, I do raise a beer to you at the Tiki Bar. So,
Amen.
Big news for Universal. One that kind of, not surprised, but kind of blindsided some people. Shreck is permanently closing on my birthday, January 10th, including the gift shop.
Wow, they're pulling everything.
They're pulling the plug on Shreck. However, with that said, if you're afraid you're not going to get to see Donkey and anymore, the meet and greet will still be there across the street. So you will still be able to do, when you go down the side street right there, the meet and greet will still be right there across from where the gift shop was. So they're not pulling it completely. But as for the show, because I think they even announced that you can find that now in some of the like special edition stuff where they've actually showed those as a short, that cartoon. So... Unfortunately, Shrek's gone away. I will miss the sarcasm out of that show because there was some really good jabs at Disney.
Oh, yeah, there was. Big time.
Yeah.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. So what do you think's going in there?
Well, if we look to Hollywood, California, Kung Fu Panda took over the theater, and it was a DreamWorks theater. So I wouldn't be surprised Minions there, DreamWorks across the street with Kung Fu Panda.
Skadoosh.
And they wouldn't have to do a lot because it's still a 3D. They just do upgrades.
Well, they'd have to change the movie.
Well,
but,
yeah, but...
And then change the theater.
And theming.
But I see what you're saying.
But it's already set up for a 3D theater.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have to do a lot, just obviously bring it to modern times since that theater is old. Or some people have talked about it could be possibly... taken completely out, and Secret Life of Pets could possibly be built there. But I see that more, well, I still see that kind of going to Toon Lagoon area, but Toon Lagoon, if people didn't know, Islands of Adventure is based on literature, where Studios is based on movies. So that would be the only downside of trying to do something over in Toon Lagoon and taking out the theater that's never being used.
Yeah, that theater is collecting some serious cobwebs. I mean, we haven't seen that being used. There was a special event there like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
They did the cheerleading competition there. When when it moved away from Disney's Wild World of Sports, it went there for a short time. But other than that, it used to be, God, I'm going blank on the BMX guy.
Tony Hawk?
No, that's skateboard.
Oh.
BMX. Matt.
I got nothing.
I can picture it, and it'll wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll be, this is son of a...
Yeah, of course. That's how it works.
Of course. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what will happen there, but it'll be movie-based. Like I said, Kung Fu Panda seems to be the one kind of leading the way right now, if we look to Hollywood as it. Also, another big one coming in January. Mummy goes down on January 7th and will be closed until the end of summer.
Wow.
Talk about major rehab. I don't think it'll be the track, because then I started wondering, well, it's indoors, it is old, but it doesn't get the same wear and tear like when they had to rebuild Hulk from being inside.
But that ride has gone through significant wear.
Maybe the trains, but then again, they could possibly redo the track in that time frame. The only thing that they're saying in regards to it is it's necessary technical improvements.
Okay, so they're keeping the theme.
Oh yeah, Mummy theme is not going away, and I'm sure the layout will be the same. They're just probably newer projectors.
Yeah, the technology has improved significantly since that ride has been built.
Yeah.
So maybe they just want to take advantage of that technology and make it better experience, you know?
I'm hoping so, because it is actually a pretty fun ride. I actually enjoy Mummy, and then I've know people who that's really the only coaster that they will ride when they go there.
Yeah.
So we will have to see.
We need to do something about that whole Fast and Furious stuff.
The dumpster ride?
I mean, if they were going to take out any kind of ride, okay, Shreck, all right, it's getting old, I get it. But if they're going to take out a ride and put something brand new, they need to gut that Fast and Furious. I have not heard a single person come off that ride and say, wow, that was amazing.
I've walked out and said the queue line was cool.
You know what I mean? Like
queue line and pre-show is probably it looks cool, but until you realize it is an exact cookie cutter of California's tram ride, and then it was just like, well, this is a letdown. Universal knows it, so maybe once everything's up and running, Epic and stuff, we can see that get overhauled. Rip it out, put in a roller coaster, but they used the same track system, bro. They used the same track system as Disaster had, and guess what? It's a disaster. So
they can gut that whole entire building and put something very, very cool in there.
As large as that is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the queue line.
Well,
the queue line's half the building.
Well, it took up from where, God, please bring back for Epic Beetlejuice review. But it took from Beetlejuice all the way down. I mean, that's good. I wouldn't say city block, but it's a good length of the building. And there's so much wasted space at the beginning. You get on the bus and you ride through a dark tunnel. That's where it should have began.
Right.
But no. Stupid Universal.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And the one that I'm excited to see and curious about is Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Time to throw some beads, ladies.
Yes, indeed.
But unfortunately, it's kid-friendly. So beginning February 5th through April 24th, the parades and the concerts return. Nice. Obviously, concerts are select night, usually on a weekend, maybe one or two on a Saturday.
Nights,
maybe a Friday. Don't know who yet to be announced, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them pull out the stop since they couldn't do it last year.
Yeah, I mean, just having concerts back is epic, and like no pun intended, but it should be very cool.
Yep, got a concert coming up at the end of the month. Can't wait.
Awesome.
And then kind of big news across over in Japan, but the reason why this is big news is that means possibly we will see the effects here. So in Japan, they announced the Donkey Kong expansion to Nintendo World, opening in 2024. If you look at some of the original blueprints, going to get electrocuted?
I hope not. It's still raining.
I heard the pop. So, but no, the artwork and some of the coaster stuff was already announced. Really looks cool. and the artwork. So hopefully that means when Epic opens, we get the Donkey Kong extension and the roller coaster that was promised, because it looks like you're riding above the track and the track's broken in spots, and then you're jumping like in Donkey Kong on the mine cart.
Right.
So, and then the other big one is Universal Japan announced partnership with Pokemon. Supposedly projects are already in the works for that one, with the first thing opening by the end of 2022. And there's been rumors for a long time of Pokemon coming to Universal Orlando. I've heard even taking over Spider-Man at one point.
What?
And that was a couple of months ago. I heard that one.
I choose you.
So we will have to wait and see, but
I can't see
big news.
Spider-Man going away. You know how much money they spent on that ride?
Well, I don't see them letting go of anything Marvel.
I mean, think about that. Just so you guys know how expensive that ride was, the cars alone in Spider-Man are over $1 million a piece. And what is there, 13, 14, 15 cars in that ride?
I think so.
My
and each one
God.
is programmable, as you've shared in the past. A little bit of tweaking here, and you can make someone hurl.
Here's a UDN Live pro tip, ladies and gentlemen. If you walk on Spider-Man ride at Islands of Adventure and the headlights on your car are green, that's not a good thing. That is
Dearly
what
noted.
that is what we know as puke mode. Yeah, you're not going to have a fun time. So make sure your headlights are white.
I'm going to also look up for that on Transformers, because it's kind of the same kind of ride vehicle. So I'm curious if they do the same thing with the headlights.
I don't know. I haven't been on Transformers.
Transformers is kind of cool because it is 2 stories. And if you actually, I get motion sickness on that ride, but I actually will look around, and you can actually, there's 2 areas when it looks like you're falling or being risen up on, you can actually see you going up on an elevator.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I usually look back and
So-
kind of watch the building and
So
stuff.
that
it's
could
kinda cool.
kind of control your motion sickness a little
Yeah, look away.
bit. Yeah, look away. Exactly.
It helps. So, but that is your current Universal news, bringing us up to date on everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the incomparable voice of Mr. Dave Indy.
Woohoo!
Thank you, sir.
See,
Now, this is the point where we bring in the lovely Tanya to talk about Disney news, but unfortunately, Kona is now occupying her spot,
licking himself.
licking himself clean. So she was kind enough to leave some notes. So I'm going to go over some interesting stuff that Tanya has
That's
pointed
not
out.
the honey to-do list.
I almost got confused with it being the honey to-do list,
It
but
didn't look
wasn't.
long enough for the honey to-do list.
That's right. That's right.
It's
So
only 3 pages.
I might try to read her handwriting because it's like reading gibberish. But the 50th anniversary festivals are underway at Walt Disney World.
Yep.
Obviously, we've seen all the eBay drama and all the people, getting sucked in and
In your pod hostess comments.
oh God, don't even get me started. So everything started on October 1st, and it's going to continue for the next 18 months, bro.
Hell to the no.
Yeah. So many things going on, new shows, new rides, food, merch. I mean, just absolutely crazy. We're going to do our best here at UDN Live to keep you up to date on all the fun-filled excitement that gets released. She just got a Spirit jersey, bro. Seriously. Seriously.
Why?
Did you see she's got the 50th anniversary license plate on her car now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now she's got, for the Disney Visa, now she's got the 50th anniversary Disney Visa card.
You're going to get your car wrapped in the
Bro. My God.
car seats, car steering wheel.
Like, I get it. Like, you're into this, but Jesus, give it a rest.
Your
kid.
horn's going to be reprogrammed to play It's a Small World.
Some other great news coming out of Disney. Disney Entertainment is returning.
Yeah.
And so here's some of the shows that are returning. Indiana Stunt Show.
About time.
Yes, December 19th. Boardwalk Performers are returning, although there's no date given, but I think they're going to be coming back here real soon. There's a bunch of stuff going on next week at Animal Kingdom as far as entertainment-wise. I could probably try to pronounce that, but I'm not going to.
At the Nada Zoo.
Asia, Africa, you know the deal. The Harambe Village, they're all going to have
The
entertainment.
Harambe used to have the guys that danced and played the whistle, and those were always entertaining.
Yeah, but you know what? I really, really hope that they bring back that Festival of Lights show. Like, that was groundbreaking for Animal Kingdom. Because you know how I feel about Animal Kingdom, right?
Your favorite park.
It's nothing but an overpriced zoo. But I will tell you, though, that the Festival of Lights show there was outstanding. And it was worth going to. And, of course, they have a bar across the street from it.
There you go.
Well, I mean, priorities, come on. So, but you could get a drink at the bar and then go into the show and enjoy the show. There you go, Bacon. So I really, really hope that they bring that back, but I don't know if they will. So
I did see they added an additional float to the water pageant at the Magic Kingdom parade for the 50th.
Yeah, I did notice that too. Getting back to the list, October 14th, Yeehaw Bob returns at Port Orleans.
I've never seen him, but now I want to, just on all the reviews that I ever read.
He's epic, dude. Like, he's famous.
I'm
surprised you
bipolar.
haven't.
I am literally every Monday and Wednesday, literally right there by it. Or you saw the pictures I sent from
I mean,
Golden Oaks.
You are right there. So, and then early November, the Tam Tam Drummers are returning back to Animal Kingdom.
That's the guys, I think, in the Harambe Village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
And
pretty
then
entertaining.
November 7th, Disney Movie Magic returns, and that's the projection show at Hollywood Studios. So that's interesting. Let's see what else she's got on this. November, character meet and greets return. Autographs will not be permitted yet, but guests will be able to interact and take photos with the characters.
Nice.
Okay, we're making progress here. Making progress. Until some other variant comes out and shuts everything down. Don't get me started, dude.
You've only had 3 booster shots, not 4.
No, we're not going there. We're not going there. Let the Magic Begin stage show in front of Cinderella's castle is going on. The Ragtime piano player at Casey's Corner, the Magic Kingdom, is going on.
Yeah, I saw they got a new guy starting to play, and then on the 50th, what was his name, Randy? I know Tanya posted it. The guy that was been there since like day one came out of retirement to play on actually October 1st, which was really cool. And he played the very first song that I was watching the video that he played when Magic Kingdom opened on the original day.
Is that right?
It was kind of really good.
That's a special moment.
I remember working at Magic Kingdom. I think everybody works at theme parks around here at least once. But as I'll say, I remember I used to watch him all the time. I'd go when I get off work, just hang in the park, go watch him. It was really nice to talk to, too.
Yeah, that's awesome that they did that, though. I mean, that's really cool. That's the kind of stuff where you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
Let's see. A couple of things going on at Epcot. Sergio is going to be over by Italy. And then Alberta Bound in Canada. That's that band that plays in that side stage by Canada. So they're going to go there.
And who's that again?
And then Alberta Bound. Yeah, they're the ones that play. They're the Canadian band that plays there.
There's another one that plays there that's really good. I'm just trying to remember and I don't think that was the name of them, but.
And then over at Japan, they are going to have the drummers back.
Very good.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just want to see them to bring concerts back to Eat to Beat.
I think eventually we'll
Next
get there.
year.
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to see the Christmas
procession.
Yeah.
The candlelight
procession.
You heard it here. Bill wants to see
No, stand by. Hang on. Let's not get crazy here,
Bill's
folks.
asking for Christmas stuff.
I am not asking for Christmas stuff. I'd like to see it come back. I never said that I would want to be there.
Actually, I do like SeaWorld. SeaWorld's Oh What a Night. If you've never seen that, it is nativity based, and it is with live camels and everything. It is just amazing what SeaWorld does.
That's very cool. I have not been to SeaWorld in quite a long time.
I wasn't crying. You were. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. The launch date for the Genie system, the beloved Genie system, is October 19th.
Woohoo!
This will include the free system, the paid system, the Lightning Lanes, as a refresh to Genie Plus service that will be $15 per guest per day in one-day increments on the MDE app. So DisneyWorld.com, you can get more information, and you can also book through your authorized Disney planners.
Rub the lamp, rub the lamp.
Right. New shows, The Enchantment at Magic Kingdom and Harmonious at Epcot have debuted
I
on
watched
October 1st.
Harmonious on YouTube because that's the only way right now I'm getting over there.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I don't think I was as impressed with it. Maybe because, it was YouTube, as I thought I would be.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up because it's gotten a lot of mixed reviews, especially Harmonious.
Yeah.
Like Enchantment, okay, all those people that are out there that are like, you need to bring back.
I started watching a little bit of that one, but I didn't finish it, so I can't weigh in about Harmonious. Just did not. I mean, Illuminations to me look better.
Yep.
And even the Epcot Forever, I liked that one even more than what I could tell. I mean, it was like, okay, big floats. But
Lots of water.
Yeah. But
yeah, so a lot of people are asking to bring back the old shows, and it's like, that's not going to happen. They spent way too much money bringing these 2 shows back in. As we progress, we know that we have to do bigger and better shows, but a lot of people are like, bring back the old shows.
Is their Fast and Furious.
Oh God, dude. I haven't actually seen it yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but
You'll have to let me know because like I said, maybe I didn't do credit for it watching it, but it just did not wow me.
if you guys have seen either Enchantment or Harmonious, hit us up on Universal Disney Nuts Facebook page.
Yeah,
and let us know what your thoughts are. It's gotten really, really mixed reviews, and there's a lot of people that want the old shows
Victoria
back.
can grab her Beverly and go over there and let us know.
Oh God, she can keep all that Beverly shit.
Or the apple, whatever you said was yours.
Oh, bro, that Japanese, I think it's Chinese.
Something
The
apple,
plum.
apple or something.
No, that
Sour
was
apple or something.
that was actually really good.
Oh.
There's 8 of them, and Beverly is still, like
number 7. You said
7A, but then Chinese one that has the plum. Oh God, that's disgusting.
What if you mix that with Beverly?
Oh God, that would make it like 9.
There you go, Victoria. Let us know. Mix those two for Bill.
God. So, thank you, Tanya, for not being here and leaving your notes. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's a win-win for us. So, yeah, she's gonna kill me. Okay,
Yeah,
so
at least there wasn't one of those. And let me quote what he said 6 pages later.
right, exactly. Rest assured, while you're working hard, sweetheart, your beloved son Kona is enjoying your spot.
And
Simba's here too, which is a rare because Simba sighting because Simba
We're
typically
boring Simba apparently.
Simba doesn't typically show up. So
Simba's just like, I was put here in charge to keep you in line.
right, he's like, it's raining, and that's the only reason why I'm near you too.
Yeah.
So
But in the corner of the tiki bar, I
God.
will kill you in your sleep.
oh yeah, trust me, I get that a lot. So
From the wife or from the cat?
well, that remains to be talked
Flip
about.
a
So.
coin.
But you know what time it is? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time to break forth the rhythm and run. I can't stop
I
saying
couldn't see it
it,
because
bro.
I had a beer in my mouth. I wanted to say
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Indy has joined us with our Ask Indy segment. This is where you write into the show on UDN's Facebook page or UDN website and ask Dave Indy some intriguing questions that we'll answer on the air. So, Mr. Indy, take it away.
Sure. So Tom from Raleigh asked a very interesting question and wants to know, is the Magic Kingdom 2 stories? Because that's what he's heard. The answer is actually yes.
It is 2 stories.
It is. The first floor is actually called the Utilidors. It's roughly about 9 acres in total, which I didn't realize it was that big until I started
Wow.
looking at it, but I've been all throughout it. A couple of spots in there you think you're going to get stabbed and shoved in places.
People peeing in the corner, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Especially between Tomorrowland and Main Street when you used to go way back where they had
Oh,
the sandbags.
dude,
There was like you get to kill over dead and they wouldn't find you for like 3 or 4 days till the smell got bad. There
Exactly.
was nobody back there.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, when the Magic Kingdom was being built, they built the Utilidors on ground level. The Magic Kingdom was actually built on top of that. When you take the ferries across from the Seven Seas Lagoon, that's man-made. They actually pulled the dirt out of there and actually piled it on to make the second floor. So when you're actually at the Magic Kingdom, you're actually on the second basically floor or level. And that's also why you can see the Magic Kingdom at such a distance.
That's right, because it's elevated.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So-
And if you guys aren't aware by now, they have these tunnels that go underneath Magic Kingdom so that characters, equipment, food, any kind of logistics can happen without
All your trash is ran through there and stuff.
vacuums.
And the reason
right?
why actually that was even a concept is because when Walt was still alive in Disneyland, he saw somebody walking through, I think, Frontierland in a Tomorrowland outfit or something like that. He saw someone in the wrong genre, basically, or wrong decade walking through, and he swore he would never have that happen again. So this way, when you're in Tomorrowland, you take the tunnels around the Tomorrowland and so forth. And then for the Magic Kingdom one, which is where the zoo crew and all the characters basically hang out, it kind of goes down, and then it kind of comes back up underneath the Magic Kingdom. Never really understood, and there's an elevator in there as well. And that's the only place, well, there's a couple, but that's the main elevator one where it comes up right by Cinderella's castle, right up there inside the door on your right-hand side. So when you're walking through looking at the mural on your left, if you're heading into Fantasyland, if you look to the right at one of those doors, that's actually an elevator.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of the coolest things that they did when they selected this area, because they knew that if they dug down into the ground, they're going to hit in the water, right?
3 feet of sea level. Yep, 3 feet. That's why I'm so fascinated and blown away on Volcano Bay on how they did that. Because
big time.
That's like 2 stories into the ground.
Yeah, that's amazing. They must have hit the right spot, though. You know what I mean? Where they found a lot of limestone. And
I heard they were constantly pumping stuff out, and then they actually dropped already pre-poured walls basically down to kind of
block everything out.
Yep. So it was well engineered. But yeah, I think even on Disney Plus, though, you can see the utilidors on some of their behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, they have a show. I think they have a short clip about how everything works.
Yeah, they have the characters walking through properly. And
Right.
So, but that's also where the cafeteria is, wardrobe is, and stuff. So definitely interesting to be down in there.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Indy.
Absolutely.
And there's your Ask Indy for this week. We certainly appreciate it. And now we're going to move on to random topic. This week's random topic, I thought we'd just kind of keep it very vanilla. These are some very interesting facts. And if you're not from the Orlando area, you probably are going to get 1 or 2 of these that you're like, wow, really? You know, I mean, we've been here for quite a long time.
I still might get a feel and be like, oh, I forgot about that.
There's some that are just like, wow.
I've been around since the Dead Sea was only sick.
There you go. See? Awkward. That was actually really good, Dave.
Thank you. I stole that from a buddy a long time ago.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to give you 20 fun facts about Orlando, Florida. This is your random topic.
Random topic.
All right. Now, these are provided to us by Stories by Somnia, and now she has her own website called Stories by Somnia, and she had gone through and made 20 fun facts about Orlando. Now, I could run through these in order, but I'm just going to pick random ones, and we're just going to kind of go run through them and see.
Kind of like random topics.
Yeah, shocker, right?
Ah. Tip your bartenders and waitresses.
This is what I have to deal with, folks. This is. I mean, Tanya's not even here. Do you see? All right, he's only 1 beer in too. So here we go.
I work for the county. I might be more than that.
True story. Very true story.
Kidding.
All right. Fun fact number 1, and this is in no particular order. We're just going to spit these out. Disney World is not Orlando's first theme park.
Correct.
What is?
I think it would have been Circus World.
Nope.
Give me a moment. SeaWorld wouldn't have been around at the time. Gatorland?
Correct. Yes.
Which was actually because they were building 441, and I remember doing a Ask Indy on that one time.
That's right.
And they dug it out, and
as you know, SeaWorld came 3 years after Walt Disney World.
And SeaWorld was owned by the same people as Wet and Wild.
Yep. So actually, Gatorland, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen Gatorland, it is a local attraction here in Central Florida, and it is synonymous with Central Florida.
Yep.
You
It's a
cannot be
landmark.
in Orlando without either seeing a billboard or hearing about Gatorland. It is a homegrown theme park that has stand the test of time.
I don't know if they've changed it or not, but they used to have the funniest voicemail to reach. So try calling them after hours and see if you still get the redneck sounding dude that was just entertaining. Gabriel Iglesias, or not Iglesias, Gabriel, oh my God, the comedian, Fluffy. Enrique Iglesias is the singer. Gabriel Iglesias. So yeah, I had it right, Fluffy. He actually did a skit in regards to actually on Gatorland and calling there and stuff and getting the recordings. So.
Is that right? Well, Gatorland opened back in 1949. Wow. Whereas the Magic Kingdom opened in 1971. So Gatorland has been around a
roadside
lot
attraction.
longer.
Yeah.
That's right. And then we talked about SeaWorld coming in 73. Epcot followed in 82. Hollywood Studios came in 89. And then Animal Kingdom came in 1998.
And when Studios was opening, that's when Universal followed shortly after.
Yep.
Because that's when Eisner said, not another studio on my property.
Yep. True story.
Oh,
Sticking with the Gatorland theme, did you know that Gatorland is the alligator capital of the world?
I do.
That's
I
right.
wonder which one's older, Gatorland or Gator Jungle out towards Titusville?
I want to say Gatorland is
Probably
older, but Gatorland retains the title of the alligator capital of the world by virtue of being home to 2,000 American alligators.
You can actually zip line over some of them, and I think if you go to certain fun spots and maybe even Congo River mini golfs, I think Gatorland lets them or switches out gators for them as well. I know Fun Spot over on iDrive has some Gatorland stuff.
So they also have rare varieties, albino alligators that are over there, and home to baby gators called Baby Gator Marsh. They also have crocs, but I think they're more known for their gators.
Yeah.
So definitely locally homegrown, and that's awesome that they retain that.
If you've never ate gator, it's pretty good.
Did you know that Disney World in Orlando is the largest Disney theme park out of all of them?
I can believe that on square acreage.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
obviously,
miles.
if you've been out to California, you know, they have the two parks that are out there, but it doesn't touch Walt Disney World. And even the parks overseas, not even close. Walt Disney World is the world, according to Disney. 4 theme parks, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, 2 water parks, 27 hotels, multiple golf courses.
Yeah.
Is the largest theme park in the world.
And 2 miniature ones.
That's true. It's a true story.
So I know for Disneyland, I can't say with California, or not California Adventure, but the other one out there, at one time, they used to say, and they've redone the parking lot at Magic Kingdom, but you could fit the Disneyland in the Magic Kingdom's parking lot and still park 500 cars. At one time, that's how small Disneyland was compared to us. So just to give you an idea, especially if you have to walk it with the whole tram issues.
So a question has been asked, why did Walt choose Orlando?
I know.
I know you know. I know. But there is a strategic reason why Walt Disney chose Orlando, Florida. Now, he could have chose anywhere in the country, obviously.
Yeah.
But Orlando, Florida is right in the middle of 2 major highways, I-4 and Florida Turnpike. Orlando International is not far away either.
X marks the spot.
X marks the spot. Sunny weather, warm, open, cheap swamplands, hello.
Oh, yeah.
And was all added to the appeal. So it's the perfect spot because you have X marks the spot plus airport's close, Tampa's close, you know?
Yeah.
And then he created his own area there with celebration there for a while. And then now you visit the other location.
Golden Oaks. If anybody wants to buy me a house, I will be glad to be your cabana boy.
Pretty sure the houses start at like $2 million there, right?
Upper 2 millions, yeah. And the ones all the way in the back that I see on a regular basis that I sent you pictures of. Just so you know, people, these go way out. I think Disney pays for them or even puts the decorations up. But there's 2 houses right now. One of them has 4 of the gargoyles from the stretchy room at the Haunted Mansion that I think light up at night. And then the other one has the gargoyles, 2 of them, but it's got the 3 hitchhiking ghosts that are actually illuminated blue when you pass, and it's hard to tell in the day when I'm sending the pictures to you guys. But it also has fog coming out at the bottom.
Nice.
So, and then I can't even imagine what these houses look like for Christmas.
Moving on to number 5, Orlando's first name was Jurgenin. Jurgenin was originally the name of Orlando.
I knew it had a different name, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. So Orlando was a small community in 1842 when a farmer from Georgia established a successful farm in the area, and his name was Arian Jurgen.
Sounds right.
And then he was Orlando's first permanent settler. So that's how Orlando was originally called Jernigan. But how it got changed to Orlando, which is number 6, there's many theories about how Orlando got their name, but there's no technical proof, no black and white proof out there of why Orlando got the name Orlando. There are many theories out there. Legend has it that the city was named after a brave soldier.
Say that 3 times fast.
Soldier, Orlando Reeves, who fought in the Seminole Indian War.
I did hear that.
And so some say that Orlando was named after him. So that's very interesting. But as of right now, the interesting part of that, the takeaway, if you will, is that there's no documentation out there whatsoever that could tell you how Orlando got their name.
Well, Disney Springs was a village over by it, and it was called Vineland, and that's why some of the roads, and it's Apopka Vineland, and Vineland this, and Vineland that over in that area.
Yep. And then there was another plantation owner that lived in the area who was named Orlando as well. So they think maybe that might do it. Or it could be there's a character in Shakespeare's play As You Like It. That's Orlando. So maybe that's where they got it from. But there's no real...
Well, we weren't that culture back then, so probably not that Shakespeare one.
Orlando got a nickname in 1908, the City Beautiful.
Yep.
Before that, the nickname was the Phenomenal City, and that's one to grow on. I did not know that.
I didn't know either.
1908, the city held a competition among locals for a new nickname. Jesse Branch, who had just moved to Orlando from South Dakota, suggested the City Beautiful because he was in love with the city's greenery, fragrant vines, and blooming flowers. Apparently, the dude won because we're
the City Beautiful.
so beautiful. So
all these years later.
There you go. So that's why Orlando is called the City Beautiful.
I wonder if that person has a street named after him.
Strong chance. Obviously, Orlando is much more than just the theme parks.
Yes.
Like we've talked on this podcast numerous times about the downtown area and Baldwin Park and all of the other cool stuff that's out there.
Farmers markets.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Icon down in iDrive. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with iDrive, it's a tourist destination. It's literally like the Strip in Vegas. It's just restaurant after entertainment after entertainment. They recently had opened Icon Park a couple years ago, and now Icon Park has become
Used to be Mercado.
huge. That's correct. And now is just an absolute huge thing on iDrive. Now, back in the day, which was a Tuesday, Point Orlando used to be the spot. Let me throw some old school at you.
Oh, I was even going further back than you.
Downtown Dan's Tavern, right? Dan Marino's Town Tavern.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can go there.
You're a Dolphins fan, I can see.
I can go there. And then they had the toy store that was there, right? With the teddy bear outside.
FAQ. I think if anyone goes towards Gatorland, and when you hit Central Florida Parkway, after you pass Florida Mall and stuff, hang a left. And before you go into the underpass, the bear sits in the industrial area right there on the right-hand side.
From that FAO
I'm going to have
Shorts.
to take a picture. Yeah, it's been there for a long time, but I would almost bet a paycheck that that's the same bear.
I probably...
Unless it had a twin, because it's the same height and everything.
So just keep in mind that, the wheel, we call it the Eye of Orlando. Every major city has one. is famous for the stunning views.
I haven't been on it yet.
And it's phenomenal. It's really good.
Which is a good site of Epic and Lockheed and stuff.
Oh, God, yes. Document the whole property if you'd like.
Fly my drone.
But, it's interesting because there's so many cool different things in Orlando to do that the theme parks are really, really cool, but not the only reason why you should come to Orlando.
Citrus Tower.
Oh, man.
if you want to go all the way back.
And we live literally 5 minutes away from one of the natural springs in Florida. If you've never gone out to Weeki Wachee or a natural, it is the coolest thing
King's
ever.
Landing and actually canoe down it.
Yeah, it's
pretty
phenomenal. And natural Florida has got to be some of the best stuff out there. So keep in mind that when you come to Central Florida and you are enjoying the park, there's so much more to Central Florida than just theme parks.
Yeah, definitely. See, I was going all the way back to when in the late 80s, 90s, iDrive was known for cruising because iDrive never went past Sand Lake. So it was literally from Kirkman to Sand Lake, and everybody used to do the big Yui
and just go cruising
cruise on the weekends. That's
there's
where
still people that go cruising on iDrive.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me now to cruise that road unless I got to get a point A to point B or eating around there.
You may or may not know this, but Orlando is famous for the boy bands.
Yes.
Backstreet's
Pearl.
back. All right.
What was his name? Pearl Norman Newman?
No, Lou Pearlman.
That's it.
Back in 1993.
I was close.
Yeah, so, it's funny because Orlando is famous for their boy bands. They are the reason why boy bands pretty much exist, even though that not all boy bands are from Orlando. But the two major ones that are still rocking today, if you're into the boy band thing, Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Both of them were developed, designed, and engineered in Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
Because majority of those guys are previous Disney employees.
Yep.
So
I had a buddy that actually used to go play basketball with Timberlake all the time at his house.
Is that right? So Orlando is kind of known for being the birthplace of the boy bands.
Yeah, don't hate us.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome. So let's move on before we get, some comments on Facebook. Orlando has more than 1,000 lakes. We covered that in a previous podcast, but it's not all about the theme parks, obviously. Just in the immediate area alone of the theme parks, there's like 40.
Yeah, well, you got the chain of lakes around where Shaq and all of them had houses.
Yeah, Butler Chain of Lakes. And then
Winter Park has got the really pretty one. You can do the Winter Park boat ride and see. Still have to do that, but as I say, I know they do that one.
So it's famous stuff. And then, of course, Lake Apopka is one of the largest lakes and second largest lake in Florida next to Lake Okeechobee.
And that one, they're getting cleaned up.
I hope so, man, because
it's been a while, but they're working on it. It used to be real bad years ago, but it's
starting
slowly coming around.
Starting to get there, which is nice.
has a pretty lake, and then they've got some paddle things you can do up there.
Yeah, and Tavares is also known as the seaplane capital of the world. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Did a barbecue event a couple of times up there, and it was kind of cool to watch the seaplanes come in and out.
Yeah. So
good little bar up there, FYI.
There are 5 different kinds of swans in Lake Eola in Orlando.
Is there?
Yeah, 5 different kinds of swans. So it's famous for having a whooper, a royal mute, an Australian black, a trumpeter, a blackneck. Those are the 5 different species of swans that you'll see in Orlando. And if you go to Lake Eola, which I highly recommend because Lake Eola is awesome. By the way,
Sunday has a farmer's market.
Yeah. And Lake Eola is very deep because it was a sinkhole.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody knows that.
And it's got a pretty fountain in the middle.
That's right. Awesome fountain in the middle. But you'll see these little paddle boats that you could take out.
Boats.
And they're swans. Well, that's the reason why we have the swan boats at Lake Eola, because it's the only lake that has the 5 different types of swans, which is cool.
And to age myself, I missed the swan boat ride at Disney Magic Kingdom.
Is that right? Okay. Number 12, Orlando has more than 1,000 parks, 100 parks within its area.
Limits.
And when you say parks, it's not just theme parks, but state parks and everything else.
I believe it.
There's over 100 parks in that area.
I believe it.
Number 14, the largest Disney store in Orlando is World of Disney.
Yep.
That is the single largest Disney store ever. And now, from what I understand, is there...
You own one of everything in there, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much two of everything, but thanks for that. But
insert Tanya comment here.
Yeah, inappropriate time to count. As you know, that they started closing some of these Disney stores down, especially a lot of the retail stores in the malls, right?
Florida Mall still, I think, has it because it's the closest one to the airport is why.
Yeah, I think that one's still going, and I think there's a couple other, but they have pretty much secured a lot of the stores, like shut them down. And Disney Springs, the World of Disney, the shop there is the single largest Disney shop that exists. So if you can't find it in there, check online, but you're not going to find it.
On a busy day at Disney Springs, that store's a pain in the ass.
Oh, God, it's
the
packed.
line goes around the building like you're about ready to ride Space Mountain.
Number 15, Orlando has the top destination for golf lovers. Shocker. I would say that Myrtle Beach is probably 1B. Myrtle Beach is outstanding for golf.
You would know.
According to Golf Digest, Orlando, Florida is one of the top 20 cities in golf for the USA. So 24 golf courses within the city, 39 more within 20 miles of city center. So there's an extensive amount of golf courses that are here in Florida.
And the Golf Channel is actually located here in Central Florida over by your work in Florida Mall.
That's a true story. That's a true story. Orlando used to be once known as the citrus capital of the United States.
I think that was up to about 85 or 89. Whenever that big freeze hit, that's when it just killed it.
Yeah. I mean, we still have citrus grows for as far as the eye can see in Florida.
Drive the Sebring is all I got to say.
Yeah. Between 1875 and 1895 was the golden period in Orlando's history. The city became an important hub for the Florida citrus industry. And it's one of the lesser known facts of Orlando.
Yep.
So
go out to Claremont. You got the Citrus Tower still out there.
Yep. 1985 wasn't the only freeze. They had one in 1895, ironically enough.
You remember it.
And yes, I was there. And the citrus crop was completely destroyed. I mean, so it rebounded. Yeah, it rebounded.
It's like a hurricane here in Orlando. Pick up the palm tree.
Over in the hills of Claremont, before they all overdeveloped, there was a ton of orange groves.
You used to get on the turnpike and all you saw was orange. You can still see them when you go a little bit more towards Wildwood and stuff. But
And to double back to the previous point that we just made, there's a golf course over there, Orange National, that you literally play golf through. Used to. They changed it now, but they used to literally play golf through an orange grove. So while you're playing, you could just smell the oranges.
That would have been cool. It's like Horizon when Epcot had it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can smell the trees.
Number 17, we're wrapping up here, folks. Stay with us. Number 17, Orange County was earlier known as Mosquito County. Shocker.
The state bird.
Bro, let me tell you, like some of the mosquitoes down here can literally pick you up and carry you off.
I am so glad my shirt does not say Mosquito County.
I mean, unbelievable. So Orange County, which is Orlando, obviously, the county seat was previously called Mosquito County. In fact, the whole eastern belt of Central Florida was known as Los Mosquitos.
I believe it. You still got Mosquito Lagoon over there by Titusville.
It's a true story.
It's supposed to be really good fishing, but a lot of mosquitoes.
Then, 1845, because of the copious amounts of mosquitoes in the swamps and everything else. The name change was back to Orange County in October 1845 after all the citrus and orange groves were in the area. So
nice.
It was either mosquitoes or oranges, folks, and we wound up going Orange County. And then California has their Orange County as well, not to be confused.
But theirs not as cool as ours.
True story. Number 18, Church Street Station in Orlando is a historic treasure.
Yes.
Indeed it is, and I hope it never goes away.
Agreed. It's a historical landmark, so I don't think they can do a lot to the exterior.
No, but I think they sold off part of it already.
Well, some of the stuff on certain areas they were, but like where Rosie's, I think, Cheyenne Saloon, I think they can touch, which would be a shame.
They already sold Cheyenne.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That one, but there's not a single nail in that building. It's all tongue and groove. Fun fact.
Unbelievable. Also known as the Old Orlando Railroad Depot, Church Street Station is a historical train station that was built in 1889.
Isn't it a Sunrail station now, too?
I believe so. Sunrail goes through there. It was operational until 1926, and now it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Orlando Commuter Rail, Sunrail, has a stop nearby. Orlando hosts many multicultural festivals every year. If you wish to travel the world, come to Orlando. That's the little motto, if you will. But we have the Scottish Highland Games, we have Dragon Parade, we have Mardi Gras, we have the International Food and Wine Festival, we have the Puerto Rican Parade, we have Oktoberfest, and many, many more. So
there's always a Latin festival that happens over in it's actually called, I think, Festival Park over there by where Fashion Square used to be.
Yep.
It's Festival something is that park's name.
Well, they need to do something with Fashion Square Mall because that thing
They
was
are.
just... Are they tearing it down?
Part of it, and the other part's going to become apartments and retail.
Is that right?
It's going to be a 50-50 mix. It looks kind of cool.
Interesting. And last but not least, the city of Orlando demolished its own city hall.
I remember that.
Why?
For, was it Lethal Weapon 4? Well, actually, they were building a new city hall, but it was one of the Lethal Weapons.
Correct.
They imploded it at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
That's a true story. So
I watched it on TV. I didn't go down there.
They actually, you're correct. It was Lethal Weapon 3.
That was big news back then.
Yeah, it was. But you're right. They had already built the new one, or they were working on building the new one, and they were going to demolish it anyway. And then they got approached by Hollywood. And the planned control implosion for City Hall was a thrifty move, as they sold the implosion rights to Warner Brothers for $50,000 for the upcoming movie Lethal Weapon 3. The movie opens with LAPD officers Riggs and Murtaugh barely escaping an explosion with all the effects and discovering a car full of explosives. So that is actually Orlando City Hall.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the 20 interesting facts from Orlando. And that is your random topic.
I could actually add 21.
Go for it.
Say Camping World Stadium. If you watch Waterboy, that's that theater. That's actually the stadium.
It's a true story. Waterboy was filmed at the Camper Stadium. Yeah.
Because when I looked out, before I even knew about it, you could see it. And Parenthood was actually filmed with a lot of international drive with Steve Martin back in the day. In fact, he had an accident with a telephone pole, but you got to watch the movie to understand why.
Yeah,
I'm not going there. Show him, honey.
Right. We're going to talk about moving on to sponsors. Obviously, you know, Rockstars and Flowers has been killing it.
They have.
They really have been putting out some great work. So go check them out at Rockstars and Flowers Facebook page. They are on Instagram, and now they have a new website called rockstarsandflowersart.com.
Yep.
If you are a fan / stalker of someone famous and you would like a painting done of that individual,
Maybe like one of your French girlfriends.
That's right. That's right. I am available if anybody needs me being painted. Go reach out. Go reach out to Rockstars and Flowers. These guys are absolutely amazing. They put their own touch on these pictures, they are phenomenal.
Absolutely.
We are transitioning here at UDN. We are going to be moving on to other things. I will make the announcement right now that we have a new website coming out, and it's going to be udnlive.com. And so hopefully we'll have that out here shortly, but continue to go check us out at worldofudn.com and check out our marketplace. We got Christmas coming up, as you guys have so blatantly put on my Facebook page.
Christmas is coming?
May 1,000 fleas infest your crotch.
May I be at your house when it happens?
And your arms be too short to scratch. So go check it out, worldofudn.com. Stay in touch with everything that's going on with the podcast. We got a new website coming out. It's going to be udnlive.com. So we're excited about that. And, check us out. It's going to be cool.
Dinosaur sticks. That's what they were. Right?
That's right.
With little dinosaur heads. I will scratch.
Awkward. I didn't need that visual, man. I really didn't.
You're welcome.
And when we get the new website up and running, we'll obviously promote it.
Yep.
It's going to be udnlive.com, so we're excited about that as well. So, thanks for putting that in my head.
You're welcome.
But ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap it up for another podcast. Dave, thank you very much. We were solo with the cats tonight, but it was refreshing.
It was. It was peaceful. I don't know why.
I don't know why. It was extremely peaceful. And of course, it was nice to have the boys, doing the thing. So
they're back in town.
They're back in town, of course. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're in these theme parks, be safe, have fun, and we'll talk soon.
You have been listening to the official Universal Disney Nuts podcast. Please visit our website at worldofudn.com and join us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all the latest updates, news, and events from your favorite theme parks. See you in 2 weeks.